Welcome to
Hey, what's up, what's up? How you doing?
I talk about so many different things
How you
related to
been?
life and living.
What's going
Stories,
on?
unexpected
What's
people,
good?
and storylines.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check me out.
Somebody
There's
getting
a
it
whole
for
lot
you?
to do, so welcome
What's
to the
going
Square Podcast
on,
House.
people?
Follow me and see you out
Subscribe
there.
to my channel.
What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Thursday. Anyway, being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, knocking down doors and making your dreams come true, and practicing ignore. So I want to talk to you about something in reference to, I was supposed to go out today. God is going to see this video, but it is what it is. I was supposed to go out today on a date, and I kind of didn't want to go, which I kind of told him I didn't want to go, only because I'm not there yet. But I was like, you know what? Sometimes I feel as though if you don't move forward, you're just sticking with the person that hurt you last. So sometimes you have to push yourself to go forward and try, to move forward into a relationship. So I got up this morning. I was like, okay, you have to push yourself. You have to make yourself move forward, even though you don't want to. Go anyway. And I had a little conversation, stuff like that with him and stuff like that. We were talking back and forth, and I kept saying to myself, oof, let me have a conversation with him to see what he's going to say. We had a conversation and stuff like that, and the conversation went a little bit towards children. Because I always feel as though I have to ask a certain things, when you're like two spirits, you have to ask people different information about themselves, what they want, because there is a person that has a whole nother life and a whole nother game plan before he ends up with someone like you. So I asked him about the question of, would you like to have your own children? He said yes. So I understand to myself, now, you want to have your own children, what are we going to do now? Because obviously, he says, well, I don't have to have it, but it would be nice, but I don't have to. And I told him, I can't date you. And now some people say, well, you still could, I can't do it. Now, some of y'all are very selfish and stuff like that. Now, me, myself, I feel as though being fair. If a person tells you what they want in the beginning, don't get upset with him and go out and cheat and get one, bring it back home, and it's yours. And it's his. The problem is, I'm two spirits. Not that many spirits that I can push out one. And I always feel as though become very compromised in this position when you become in love with this person and you want to give him a baby, but reality is that that's impossible at this time that I'm speaking of them. Maybe in the future it may change, but as of now, no. I'm just falling apart. Okay. So it kind of bothered me and stuff like that because I kind of like your person and stuff, but I just felt as though I cannot give this man what he wants. So we did more conversation. I said, well, I know we noticed a few people like it. He shared a little bit of information with me. It was like the red flag of a lifetime, which I knew, I learned within myself now that I'm listening to what he says, what men say. So he shared information with me and I felt uncomfortable with him sharing with me, but I'm glad he shared it because it made me feel like, ugh. But I always feel as though you have to be fair. You can't be a judgmental type of person. You have to realize that everybody has a past when they come to you. So today we're supposed to go on the break, on the date this morning and stuff, and I was uncomfortable with it. And I asked him, I said, well, why we never, we known each other for years, why we never did anything? He said, well, I just don't know if I was ready to do this with you. And I know some of you guys say, well, Raven, you just overlook it. The thing about me is, I always try to listen now because I really believe that the universe is trying to talk to me through the men. I know some of you say I'm crazy, but I do. I have to listen what he said. If a man tells me that his ex-wife He's accused him of beating her and stuff like that. His way of telling me what went down. I'm not saying it's true, but at the end of the day, if he slapped me, then I realize it's connected. So this morning I got up and took a bath and stuff like that. I was kind of like debating back and forth whether I want to go or not. So I woke up this morning, hit my cell phone. All of a sudden this video came on from Janet Jackson, Poetic Justice. And it was in a scene, somebody pulled up a movie scene, and she says, Janet Jackson had braids. Universe. She had a hat on. And she was upset behind a man. And there was a woman in the beauty parlor where she worked at, and she said, you make the wrong choices on men. And I'm like, oh. Now remind you, I'm kind of feeling like I shouldn't go, but I was like, okay, I've just got to mention. Now she got braids on, to be Janet Jackson. Okay. So someone sent me a video in reference to another female that was talking in reference to men and stuff like that. She said, y'all women make the wrong choices on men. So, okay, I get it. Like, I get it. And I have to listen. And I always say, you always get a warning sign for something happening. I'm reason why I'm sharing this with you, because I want to know if you put down in the comments, so you get a warning sign before something happened. And even though you kept getting the red flags, you could say, well, maybe I'm wrong. You kept doubting yourself and thinking just maybe that the universe got it wrong. Maybe your past experiences got it wrong. Maybe it's wrong. But reality is that ended up being right. And you could have saved yourself a lot of heartache and stuff. So I was going to go anyway. I kind of got myself ready and look, being hard-headed. I was going to go anyway. I said, if he calls me, I'll go. But if he don't call me, I won't go. And then someone says, God blocked it again. He hit me up. He was like, I'm not feeling well. I said, got my answer. And the reason why I think it hurts, because they always say you can't handle the truth. Sometimes you want the lie. You don't want the truth. Sometimes you want to be wrong when it comes to people. Sometimes you want to be wrong when it comes to something that you feel is a red flag. Sometimes you don't want to be right when it's the truth. Because the truth hurts. He wasn't feeling well. He wasn't made to see me. And I was like, okay, fine. So now at this point, I'm not going to ever see him, only because I know he's not for me. I got too many signs. He had to tell me himself. And that goes back to what I said before. Sometimes when Raven don't want to listen, the universe let the man tell me himself. The man told me himself. So it was disappointing, but it was what it was. And it kind of made me feel uncomfortable, because he said he wanted to have kids. And I felt bad with him. We had a little disagreement, because I was like, listen, you cannot be a man that wants to have children, be with someone like me, and you want to have kids, because if we have an argument or something goes wrong, you're going to get a cis woman, you have a baby with her, then you're going to bring the baby back to me, or you may leave me to go be with her, because the reality is that you're sacrificing everything you want to be with me, and you feel as though if I cannot fulfill those needs that you want, she can. So I always feel as there's a time bomb if I try to make him become less of what he wants just to be with me. And that's not all he wants. And I feel as though, you know, the conversation with him, listen, it's not Bible. It can go all kinds of ways, so it's not like it's structured a certain way. But I feel some people say, well, some cis women can't have children. But at the end of the day, a lot of men will step out, because men are the most popular demand things in the world. The gay men want him, the straight women want him, the two-spirit women want him. He's most popular. And I'm saying they could go all around the board. It could be the women, the two-spirit women. You go all the way around the board when they want it the most. But right about now, the cis man is very much in high demand. He can pick and choose and stuff like that. He can even have two women that don't even know each other, know anything about each other, fighting each other over him. And he's the one who did it wrong. Instead of them fighting him, they're fighting each other. That's how high demand he feels as a king. He can pick and choose. That's why a lot of times when it comes to me, men have a problem with me being so strong in my opinion, because I refuse to let a man dictate my life and become, when he throws the frisbee, I don't go through the backyard and catch it in my teeth and bring it back to me so he can pat on my head and say, good for him. Anyway, I just wanted to share this story with you. Have the universe or the Lord send you signs of reference to something that you just didn't want to live the truth? You kept getting red flags, and they have to have the person tell you themselves about it. Like I said before, subscribe to my channel at the top. There's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow back. And I always said before, there's always somebody that can make you do things that you wouldn't do. Even though I had all the red flags and stuff, I was still willing to see if I was wrong, because I wanted to be wrong. After all these years, we never even had sex or nothing. We never even kissed. And we know each other for years and nothing. And it's always been a way. Because sometimes you ask God to block something, and when He block it, you can't understand why this person is doing something, because they're blocked. They can't do what they want to do. They can't destroy you like they was going to do. So God blocked it because He saw something coming that you was not going to be ready for. So when a person don't call you back and a person don't show up, you understand something. It's for a reason. I'm not saying all cases, but a lot of times it is the case, especially when it comes to me. Anyway, like I said before, have you ever got a red flag and you would want to ignore it anyway, even though you know the truth? Put it in the comment section. At the top, there's the Instagram button. You follow me, I follow back. That's why I love you. And thank you for watching Catch the Rain.
Alright, now come on, River, let's go on Instagram. Woo. Like I said before, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell on the right on the YouTube channel. I want to know, do you see red flags and stuff in relationship, but do the fact that they fit in the purpose of what you want so bad that you're willing to close your eyes to everything because you do not want to be proven right? At the top, there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Did you subscribe yet? Oh, come on, man. Subscribe to my channel. Love you. Love you.